Okay. Ni howdy. Where are we? Sunnyvale, California. How's everyone doing?
Great.
Yeah, I love being here at the Hotel M&M. All right. Okay. So, y'all having a good time? Are you enjoying your hero?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, my name is Shanghai Shou. You guys are probably wondering, why is this Chinese guy, ABC dude, like speaking in this thick Southern accent? Right? And the reason is today I want to tell you guys all about Texas. You want to hear about Texas?
Yay!
Woo! Texas is always funny. Okay, so my thing about Texas, everyone who's been there, is that everyone has a crazy story when they go to Texas. Right? So my favorite story is that, you know how they have the national flag of Texas? They have that big old star right in the middle. Like, and everywhere you go, they have that star. Everywhere you go in Texas. Well, I had a friend, and he had a mother-in-law who was from Taiwan, and first time in Texas, and she just like started freaking out. She started seeing that big old star everywhere around the buildings, and she so she turns to my friend in total trepidation and says, "Does Texas belong to communist China?" This is a true story, guys. I'm not making this up. So yes, she thought that Texas was the long-lost colony of the People's Republic of China. Yes, thank you. Okay, so I'm here to tell you why I love Texas so much. You guys want to know why?
Why?
There are two main reasons. First of all, they got the craziest characters there. You know, you've been there. And you've been there. So, and they also, the way they speak, they have this crazy lingo, right? So my favorite character is who? Lebo. So, this guy I'm there named Lebo, he's a good old boy, and typical good old boy. And I'll never forget that I was with him in this posh restaurant in Lubbock, Texas. If you guys know where Lubbock, Texas is, you know. So you know that's an oxymoron right there. Posh restaurant, Lubbock, Texas. Now, some of you rednecks out there, I see a redneck there holding my phone. So, what's an oxymoron? You're just like, is that like a stupid cow? Okay. So, anyways, I'll never forget. Lebo is sitting there and he's looking at the menu and he's studying it. And I'm like, Lebo, what are you thinking of getting for dinner? He's like, I'm thinking of getting this steak and this shit egg mushroom. And I said, Lebo, what did you say? He goes, I'm thinking of getting this steak with this shit egg mushroom sauce, but I'm not sure what is shit egg mushroom. And I said, Lebo, did you say shit egg mushroom? And he goes, oh yeah. And I said, first of all, it's shiitake mushroom, and it's a Japanese mushroom. They make it into a sauce and they put it on a steak to make it taste better. And Lebo goes, oh. And then another time, I'm driving his pickup, and he turns to me and he goes, Thomas, I got another question for you about the Chinese. He goes, why don't the Chinese know what a line is? And I said, what did you say? He goes, why didn't the Chinese know what a line is? And then he tells me how he was recently at Yellowstone, and there's this whole busload of Chinese tourists, and you know how they do, they invade the place, they cut in line, they mess up all the lines. I'm like, oh, okay. And I said, yeah, well, we do know what a line is, but we just don't care. Yeah, and then Lucy, my wife from Taiwan, sitting next to me, and with totally straight face, she said, oh, simple, because Chinese always form their own lines. Now you know the ancient Chinese secret. Right, that's also why they can't drive well. Okay, that's a different set. Okay. And then lastly, one time he asked me another crazy question. Okay. I see you have 4 fingers, sir. He asked me another question. He goes, Thomas, was it hard for you to learn English growing up? And I was thinking to myself, dude, I was born in the USA just like you. I was born in the USA. But instead, I channeled my inner FOB. And I said,
Let it go.
I said, hey, don't heckle me, ma'am. I said, Sally, my English not so good. English very hard to learn. I interested to speaking better. Can you helping me, please? Thank you for your patience. Thank you. And lastly, you know, they have the craziest street signs in Texas. And I kid you not, we're driving down the road, probably with Lebo, and and I saw this street sign, and it said, Taylor's Septic Tank Service. This is a real place. It gets worse, man. And then underneath it said, Yesterday's Meals on Wheels. I'm sorry. You guys shouldn't hear this while you're eating lunch. And just in case you don't get it, the Texans, you know, they're real subtle. They want to make sure you get it. So yesterday was spelled Turd-days. T-U-R-D. Yeah, that's right. That's Texas. See, you know, that's why I go back there, because I can't write this stuff. You have to see this stuff. I keep on going back there for material. Thank you. This has been my time. This has been Shanghai Shou. Thank you. Just remember, JKL, just keep laughing, because life is too short not to.